Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
And a very good evening to you. I'm up here. I'm here with me juice. What is it? What have I got? I've got Vitit, orange, mango, and passion fruit. That's what I'm on tonight, guys, because that's how I roll. Anyway, how the hell are you? Have you had a good day? Right, hang on 1 second, guys. This could all go horribly wrong. I need to tighten up my mic here. So, how the hell are you? I was hoping to be a bit more prepared, but it's been family all day today. I had to pick up my, I had to pick my grandkids up from school, and then one of them went off to her friends because she always goes to her friends or brings one back with her, and the other one, my grandson, I had to babysit. Sounds a bit silly saying babysit, but I did. That's what I did, guys. So yeah, and then after a couple of hours, I had to go and pick up my son from work. Honestly, you don't want to hear it all. It's like, yeah, hectic. And I did toy with the idea of doing Drama Friday tomorrow. And then I thought, nah, do it now. Do it tonight. So I'm kind of unwinding. I'm going to need some help with some of the drama. If anyone wants to come up, they're perfectly welcome to come up, chat with me, keep me on the straight and narrow. It's not easy, guys. But I put the link there. Eventful day. Yes, indeedy. Indeedy. So, hi, Moosey. Hello, darling. I know it's late for you, but I'm sorry. It was unavoidable. I couldn't, anyway, that was that. Hi, Edna. I hope you're well, darling. And we have Plant Dad in the house. I love plants. I love them. Anyway, so I need to try and be organized as I possibly can be. Oh, dearie me. I was watching somebody yesterday, and they were saying how disorganized Yomama is. And I thought, well, I'm the most disorganized person in the world. Is that a bit of a slant towards someone? I don't know. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, oh good. I'm glad you're still up, Moosey. That's what I like to hear. So how have you all been? I hope you've all been well. The weather's taken a turn for the worse today. I literally, what's it called? Waterplaned home in my car. I hate it. I hate driving in the rain. I hate it. But I tell you, somebody who doesn't mind driving in the rain, and that's this individual here. Not only does she drive in the rain, she also drives high. Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here with me. And I still don't know if this is my damn Powerade or not, but that's okay.
Can we hear it all right, guys?
I think I'm gonna smoke real quick while I sit here before I go home. Yes, I drive high,
Yeah.
but I'm a safe driver. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me like that.
Yeah. So avoid Atlanta whilst this fool drives high. All right. Oh, let's get rid of her. Shut up. Shut up. Thank you very much. I know. You know what amazes me, Plant Dad, is it's still on her channel. It's like, really? It's still there? Ugh. Anyway, we've got somebody here. We've got this young lady who's come up to join me. She hasn't got a clue what I'm doing tonight. But I kind of like it that way. Exactly. It's ridiculous. Right, have we sorted out our audio, young lady?
Yes, now that I'm unmuted. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
believe it or not, I am not high.
That makes
This
a
is a
change.
right. But I'm having a great day. How are you, Jen?
I'm good. I'm just a bit tired,
Good.
but I'm not allowing myself to know I'm tired,
Okay.
if that
Yeah,
makes sense. Because we've got a bit of, we've got a bit of drama to get through, haven't we?
we
Uh,
do. And I have my drink ready. I'm drinking green tea.
I can't drink that. It's just the look of it that makes me go, ugh, not for me,
What's
thanks.
wrong with green tea?
The colour. I don't think I could drink anything that's green.
Oh, wow. That's
I really
funny.
don't.
You know what? When they say it's an acquired taste, I would have to agree because when I first attempted to drink it, I hated it, and
Yeah.
I ended up giving it away to someone. Funny
Yeah.
enough.
I think that would be me as well. Anyway, so what I thought we would do is go through just to start off as we mean to go on. I can't see you, Edna. Where are you? Where are you, sweetness? I can never.
I'm always lost in the beautiful design.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? I am sorry, but
I
as long
like it that way.
as well, as long as people can hear you, that's all that matters, really. Anyway, so I thought I did while I was at my daughter's. I took my book with me, and I wrote a few things in it about tonight. So I don't know whether I should play that. That's the thing.
Yeah, come to the USA. There's no penalty to pay should you get caught illegally immigrating. Come to the USA. It will be your lucky day, cause when you get in, there's lots of goodies waiting. Yeah, come to the USA. USA. There's no penalty to pay should you get caught illegally immigrating. Come to the USA. It will be your lucky day, cause when you get in, there's lots of goodies waiting. Yeah.
Can you believe that this woman went to a school governing board meeting?
Jan, absolutely. These meetings go viral because of people like her. It's fascinating.
Honestly, I just don't know what has happened to this woman. What the hell was she thinking? And not only did she go dressed in the most inappropriate attire, she had no, what's the word? She had absolutely no forethought of forethought. I told you I'm getting tired. Um,
You know what?
I
Being tired is just as bad as being drunk.
tell you, I know. Tell me about it. Anyway, she obviously did not think in advance what the hell she was doing. She looks like she rolled out of bed, didn't bother doing anything with her hair, and didn't even bother getting dressed. I think she went to bed like this, guys. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I cannot believe. Look at that. It's awful.
I mean, executive dysfunction is real. Everybody can't put the same emphasis on their presentation as others. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just having a cough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were like stunned by my
Mm.
comment.
No.
Like, hello, Jan, get off the floor.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. I was just choking.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
she had her speech all prepared on her
Mhm.
phone. It's like, woman. Now, I'm not about to slag people off who can't have children. That's not what I'm doing.
Mhm.
What I'm doing is saying that this is a very good indication of somebody that doesn't know how to behave, react, act in that situation.
Right. So
Um,
I heard a little bit about what was going on, but I don't know specifically with the board or the school meeting what took place. So is this just like a general, like anybody can come up and voice concerns about what's happening at school, like for the parents, or is she kind of like what's the nature of the meeting? Do you know?
I can't believe this. I'm coughing and I need to go and blow
Oh,
my nose. It's so annoying. Um, right. Yes, little gremlin. Hi, Sasha. Hello, darling. Hi, Capone. I hope you're well. Hi, Bridge. I hope you're better. Yes, she does look depressed, but she's beyond help. Now, in answer to your question, how do you act how would you prepare for something like this? Now, I've
mhm,
had 4 kids. I've been to so many blooming parent-teacher evenings
mhm,
that, I can't even remember how many. But one of the things you do is make sure that you go presentable, because at the end of the day, you're presenting yourself to a body of people that are looking after your child. That's one thing. That's the one thing I would say.
mhm,
Now, I always dressed up to go to meetings, and I don't mean I dressed up in a lovely floral dress and look, da da da. I always had my own style, but I always, more often than not, I wore a suit because I like suits.
oh,
Um, I wouldn't go in my really way out clothing that I used
mhm,
to wear back in the day when the kids were young. Like, you know, I mean, I wore slash jeans before slash thick jeans were, you know, a thing this
Did you
time.
slash them, or did you just wear them until they were, like, falling apart?
No, I slashed them or I bought them
Oh,
slashed.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to dress quite sort of out there and had my own style, which is actually quite what's the word? Can't think, I'm tired. Anyway, so it was like,
Eccentric, maybe?
yeah, eccentric, but also, oh, I mean, I've always been eccentric, but also asexual. Do you know what I mean? So, and
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of the word, and I can't think of the bloody word.
Oh, androgynous, that's the
Yes,
word.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, there was a time in my 30s when my kids were growing up that I was quite androgynous.
Mhm.
Um, and or that's just how I like to wear my clothes. But if I went to a meeting at the school, I wouldn't go quite so heavily dressed like that. I would sort of you know, water it down a little bit. Now, to go out like this, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't go out to my front door wearing this. She's got no bra on, you can see, pendulous bosoms bouncing off her stomach. She hasn't bothered doing her hair. Listen, you can have these rat tails, you know, every day of the week, but when you're going out somewhere where you are presenting not only yourself but your family and
Mhm.
your values and your respect to the people that you're going to see, going like this is absolutely disgusting. I can't get over it, guys. I can't get over it.
You know what? She might be thinking, "I'm here to talk about a serious subject. My look shouldn't." I'm sorry, let me not laugh.
Just
I
laugh as
can't
much
even
as you
say it.
like, darling.
I can't even say it because you're right, there's nothing to say. I mean, I understand feeling bummy and whatever, but it's like when you go someplace and you wanna be taken seriously, you have to start with yourself, because if you don't look presentable, people aren't gonna take you seriously, and
That's right.
unfortunately, we shouldn't judge people on their looks like that, but, I mean, people do.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't want to come across as snobbish or anything like that because I'm not really. Well, sometimes I am,
Mhm,
but not really. But you know, there's just no reason to go out like this. I mean, she
mhm,
literally looks as if she's fallen out of bed. And you know, what impression is she giving? What impression is she giving of how much she respects the people, the room of people that she's shuffled into? Uh,
mhm,
she's gonna she's gonna get no respect from them. So Sasha says it's a school board meeting to discuss school improvements, but she's there to discuss Negs' son, which isn't the place. Exactly, exactly. And I think the thing that um oh, there's just so many things, but I don't want to get too behind on the chat, so let me get
okay.
clear. She doesn't have a child in that school, nor in general. It's creepy she showed up. Right, I'll answer that, Capone, in that I've heard that she was sort of shuffled out of the out of the room when she
Hmm,
tried to voice her question, um, and after a while, the person that went with her to discuss things with found out that she doesn't actually have a child in the school, and she was told that they weren't at liberty to talk about this particular child or any child to someone other than their parents or guardians. So, yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I hope it's true because I think what DC doesn't realize is, you know, she may have very well had the flaw in her line of business. Who knows?
mhm,
In society, in and this part of society, you show respect. I would
Right.
be, I'm sounding a bit angry here, I know, but I just think it's very disgraceful. And
No, sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
that's all right. And I just feel that, when you looked at the videos, I've seen a couple of videos of her shuffling in there, and the woman that was speaking at the time spun her head round to look at her coming in and gave
Mhm.
her a double take, because she probably thought, who the hell is this vagabond that's just walked into this meeting?
Right. I was just thinking that I don't know, I have I feel like I have a high level of respect for just the educational system, and including like the work that teachers and administrators put into the children. Like
Mhm,
these kids are not easy to deal with.
mhm,
And and as parents, sometimes it seems like they're not helpful in that, right? And by
mhm.
showing up like this, it kind of I don't know, it kind of tells everybody like the state that you're in and maybe like how like what page you're on. Because if everybody's dressed in a certain way, like it's like what are you doing at the meeting right there? It's like I don't know, it's like your mind isn't in the right place to be talking about this, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think, and I just find it really weird that, I mean, it could possibly be because she doesn't have children. She's never had children that have gone through the school system. And, but I mean, any form of
I don't
meeting.
have children, and I would not show up to a board meeting like this. Now,
Mm,
granted, I don't have children. I don't want children, but just being like I don't know, like a decent, adult in society,
yeah,
you're gonna interact with all generations, right? So it's like we should leave space to care about the future. Like even if like for no other reason, just these kids are gonna grow up and I'm gonna have to interact with them. They're gonna they're gonna join the workforce, they're gonna be my coworkers and different things like that, even before that. So we want to instill the best we can in these kids. So I get like anybody in the community wanting to make sure that the school is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like I get why she would show up because she does have a stake. Like Nex's son isn't her
no, she
biological
doesn't
son,
have
but
a
they can.
say.
She
Not in
does.
the
Next
no,
is
she
her
doesn't. Not in the
the
school
son,
system. Not in the
but if
school
she's a
system, she doesn't.
caregiver, I think that gives her a right to be there. I'm
No.
not. No.
No, it doesn't. No. She's
Oh, I
not
disagree.
she's not even classed as a common law wife at the moment. She's not married to him. She hasn't brought him up. Now, had she have been in Negs's life since that boy was a small child, then
Hmm.
maybe. Then
How old
maybe.
is he?
I think he's about 15 now.
And
He's
how long
bigger.
have they been together? Because I thought they lived together.
They do live together, but I mean, what's the time then? I mean, how long do you think they live together, or they should live together before they are given the rights of a parent?
I
Because that's
you know
what you're
what, I
saying.
don't know because well, essentially, if she is serving as a mother figure and she has a say, I don't think she necessarily I don't know. I think that's appropriate. If Negs agrees as the father, then I don't see why not.
Hi, no one special. Yeah, see, I totally disagree. I
Mm.
totally disagree. And had I have been at that meeting myself, I would have called her out on it. Not necessarily on what she was wearing, but on the fact that she is not the mother of that child. And I would question her. I would say, so how long have you been in the family home for? I would. And I think anybody in education has every right to do that.
Hmm. I don't know. I
Because
think that's overstepping. Unless like there maybe if that question comes up and she's like in the relationship is um it's like unknown, then like she should be added as a like, I don't know what you would call it, but I'm sure they have a system where you can add somebody to like a student's profile as a parent or guardian or somebody that you could speak to about them. So that's where I would say if she's on that level with the school, then she should be there for that child.
But
Now, if
she
this was
obviously isn't on that level. She
okay,
isn't
well,
on that level at the school. If she was on that level with the school, then they would have known who she was.
I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. They're hilarious. Sasha and Capone.
Well, Bridge says it's disrespectful at the end of the day. DC has proper clothes to wear. She was in business. We have seen her dressed appropriately. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yes, I do agree. It is disrespectful.
Now we know why DC hates Jan so much, because Jan is fine. I mean, listen, I've got a lot of haters, and it doesn't bother me because they don't know who I am really. They don't know the true me. But I am quite I don't want to say judgmental, but I probably am.
Mhm,
I've also worked in schools, and I've seen the way children, right, how can I put this? I've seen the way children have been brought up by parents that should never have had them, or
mm,
don't know how to treat their child. And the first time you really get a look at that is at parent teachers evening. And honestly, it's quite eye-opening, and it makes you look at the child differently. Now, in that instance, if
mhm.
somebody like this came in to one of my evenings and wanted to talk to me, I would feel sorry for the child. That would be
Mhm.
my first thought. Oh my God, that poor child. No wonder he does this, or no wonder he thinks that. Do you know what I mean? Because I think,
Absolutely.
well, you haven't bothered, have you? You've not
Mhm.
bothered to even come in and in a respectable way. Listen, not everybody has got, the money to buy designer clothes or whatever. But everybody should have the sense, or should have the sense of self-respect to want to give a good impression of themselves. And there's no way that DC wanted to give a good impression of herself. And I think that's disgusting.
Mm.
I really do. Um, as Lucy Lou says, she knows the proper way to carry and present herself, children or not. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. It's like going for a job interview. Would you go for a job interview like this? Would you?
Listen, Jan, I accidentally interviewed for a job interview in like a t-shirts and sweats one time. You know what I mean? Like things happen. So I can't so that's a story for another time. But I'm just she's probably thinking I am here for a just cause and that's as far as it went. I mean, maybe now she has,
I can't
she's
believe she's that stupid. I'm sorry. I can't believe that she's
I,
that
I
stupid.
mean, I'm not calling her stupid, but I mean, we're looking at it, right? She she obviously wasn't thinking the same way. And I don't know where she was coming from. But, maybe she'll take this as a learning experience and kind of reconsider next time.
Yeah. See, as Sasha says here, first impressions are important. And I think
They are.
something that I've sort of grown up with. I had quite a sort of disciplined childhood, and that was one of the things that we were always told. I know that was drilled into my head. First impressions are important. So can you imagine if somebody walks in like, oh my God, you're in a meeting, right? You're in a meeting. It's not even a teacher parent meeting. It's a
Mhm.
meeting of school governors. Okay. There's
Right.
a group of people that are not going to be lounging around in t-shirts and pajama bottoms. She had pajama bottoms on.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Insane.
Yeah. I mean, I think with this with this presentation, you can't seriously expect to get anything communicated. And it's unfortunate because if she's coming, I don't know what she came to talk about specifically, but it's hold on, these people were voted. Yeah. It's unfortunate. What can but I'm just saying this is obviously a reflection of her mental state of where she is. And I
Mm.
mean I can't talk, it's like it's unfortunate.
Right, I want to read what Bridge says here. I had someone come for a job interview in a dingy t-shirt and sweats. I told them to come back when they were ready to have a proper interview. To my surprise, they actually did come back. Yeah. And I
How
don't
was
blame you for doing that.
Yeah, how was the actual interview? But yeah, so in my case, I didn't get the
What?
job, of
Hang on a
course.
minute. Hang on a minute. Let's
Oh,
stop
okay.
there. Let's stop there. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh. I have to laugh because I'm almost speechless. So after that, right, after reading what Bridget
Mhm.
said, you come back with, so how was the actual interview? What?
What? I
What?
don't what's wrong? Okay.
What the hell? What do you mean, how was the interview? Bridget has said, right, she told that person to come back when they were ready to have a proper interview. There was no interview, Edna.
Yeah, well, she said that they came back. I didn't know if that meant that there was an interview after the fact, not like at that meeting.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to shout at you. It's not fair. But yeah, especially as I'm tired. Um,
I'm sorry, Jen.
that's all right, darling. I apologize for shouting. I shouldn't shout.
Oh, you're okay.
Um,
You're excited.
hi, Just Freezing. Hope you're well. Nice to see you in. Right. Okay. Oh, here's the answer. Okay, you can read it. You can read
I
it now.
hired him. When he came back, it was in jeans and a clean shirt. I knew he didn't have the money and could tell, and at least he was trying. Exactly. You know what? I That's what I'm saying. It was and he probably was a excellent employee for as long as he could be or whatever because he really needed it. But it's like if people, I mean, sometimes you have to meet people where they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll stop being judgmental. Um, right, let's move on. Yeah, Just Freezing today. Yeah, I heard about that. I think we are going to touch on that,
Lord, that was a
actually.
lot. Mhm.
Um, because yeah, I've heard about that. That's not good, is it? Do you know these people? What is it with you Americans? Listen, I was in a chat the other day,
Listen,
and
Jen,
I
I
said,
am not a violent person, so don't put that on all Americans. Not all of us are ready to pew pew and fisticuffs and all of that. I am not that person, and I think a
"Oh,
lot of us are not. So it's unfortunate, but I have never had any run-ins with the law in that degree. So that's
what I
surprising.
what I meant was, oh God, Bridget. All right, Bridget. You're right. He was an excellent employee.
He always used to call me Miss Bridget, and when everyone else called me Bridget too, he was so respectful. See, give
Okay.
people a chance. You never know what you might get.
All right. I'll stop being so judgmental then. I won't bother showing the other bits I was going to show on here. What was I going to
Sorry.
show? Hang on. I was going to show her fella and why.
There we need to say.
Harry.
There. I mean, let's face it. What
Mhm.
example does their father, what example does that poor boy's father give him on how
Sometimes people can
to
be an example of what
react
not to be.
to do? That's a good point. I like that.
And I think people, like it takes work, to not kind of internalize certain situations in whatever different way. But I think someone can grow up with an undesirable parent and use that as a starting point to be better.
Yeah. See, I always think, right? I
Mhm.
hate it when people say, oh, well, he's an alcoholic because his dad was an alcoholic, or she abused her kids because her parents abused her kids. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that.
Why
Okay.
not?
Or because it didn't. Duh.
If you have someone
Because
that's all they
no,
saw,
no.
then they're gonna
Let me
use those same.
finish.
Okay.
Edna,
Yes.
you and me gonna go outside have fisticuffs in a minute. Oh my God. Listen, I was brought up right with not even a cuddle. I didn't even have a cuddle growing
Mhm.
up. Okay.
I wish I could go hug little Jan.
My kid, oh, don't start. That's when I get upset. My
Okay.
kids have so many hugs. I mean, we hug all the time. Do
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I show my love. I show my kids love every single day.
So are your children
Oh,
huggers now?
yeah, we're all huggers. We
You just
even
proved my
do group
point.
hugs. Sorry,
You just proved my point.
no, you haven't.
See, listen, I am not a touchy person, right? It's like what my friend's mother, she was like, "Give me a hug," and I was like, "Ah," you know. It's like I had to brace for it, and my mom was very huggy. She was like, like you give little babies massages and stuff. Like I wasn't a baby, but like, it's just some people are certain kind of ways. But I do think if you're modeled with certain behaviors, you're gonna be like predisposition to act that way because I think that's what you know.
No, see, I don't believe that because you know, I never had,
Breathe.
you know, as a kid, right? I
Hmm.
never had anyone to sort of sit me on their knee and bounce me on my knee and make me, anyway, that's shite. Anyway, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter. But we hug all the time in my family, and it all comes from me. Right, Bridge says, I know my dad grew up in a rough household, but he has never laid a hand on me. Maybe that's my problem. Yeah.
It's like
um,
he overcorrected.
yeah. Sometimes yeah, okay. So yeah, that was one I was gonna play, but let's
Gonna be
let's
good.
get on to
Need to say
this more. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to say.
need to say anymore.
This.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And do I need to read Peter Munn's post for the past year? This chick has nonstop tweeted about me, made videos about me, where she has body shamed me. Jan, body shaming anybody? Jan, did you have a mirror? Here's what I need you to do, Jan. For me, everybody else out there in the community, for Monty, for your mama, do everybody a good ass favor. Sit your hypocritical ass down. Find something better to do with your time. But check who you be coming after, okay? And I'm gonna tell you just like I told Tory Mason, don't come after me unless I send you a plane ticket or a bus ticket. I ain't sent you shit. Keep my name out your mouth and we'll be all right. I need to say,
Right, so I just played that because I realised not only is he jealous, but he's a bully.
Yeah.
He's a bully. And I hadn't realised that. I knew there was something going on there, but you don't talk to a woman like that.
Mm-mm.
That's just disgusting. Now, I don't watch him. I don't watch him. I can't. I just, ugh, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
Um,
I was just gonna
but
say I
when I
hate the coverage of that lady Shanae.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
You used to follow him, didn't you?
I
Until
did.
you thought. Now, sometimes I dip in and I hear the way he's talking about people, and he is absolutely disgusting. He is disgusting, and he's managed to surround himself with other disgusting people. So, yay! Nice one, Hannibal.
Well, like is going to attract like.
Exactly. And, he's like, oh, I've got all these people that following me because I'm so intelligent and I'm this and that. No, you've just managed to get, to get the attention of people online who love to shit on other people. That's what you've
Right.
managed to do. So big up to you, Hannibal. okay? But you need to learn some respect, okay? Just like DC, you need to learn some respect, and nobody bullies me. Trust me. So,
And that's how Mary had a little lamb.
there
There
we
we
one
were.
second.
Sense would know if it says message retracted, that means the person
Monty.
themselves removed the message. But yet you're trying to set up that in Monty's chat, people's comments get removed. That's what you were trying to do. So who's redirecting here? That's why I asked you, why did you post this? Why was Zena's comment removed? Why did you post this? You actually haven't answered it. Okay, fine. Zena.
Like, he thought this was aimed at me, and he thought that I was going to answer him just because he was showing a little 5-year-old strop. So he thought that, because he'd made up this conspiracy that myself and Zena were working as a tandem pair, right, to try and sort of upset him.
I find it more funny when people are actually working or doing that. And it's funny because I used to be on the phone or on like Instagram with people and we'll be in chat talking, but it wasn't like we were trolling, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe people do it, but I don't know why he would think that you would.
Well, it was just ridiculous. And what had actually happened was I went into his live stream and I noticed I was talking to Zena because Zena does come into the chats.
Mhm.
So I noticed her and I said, "Oh, hi, Zena, blah, blah, blah." Mr. Grumpy, Mr. Spaghetti Head had decided that I'd come in there just to, hate on him. Now,
Right.
I like to troll sometimes. I
Mhm.
can't help myself. I troll in Yomamas sometimes, but a lot of the time there's truth behind my troll. Like
Mhm.
in Yomama, I'm like, please move on from Foodie Beauty because I'm gonna have to leave otherwise, and I'll put it in there. And I pulled him up on something the other day, and much to his credit, he referred to it and he gave me an answer to it. I can't remember what it was.
Mhm.
Oh, that's it. I sent him a super chat saying for keeping it real. Apart from the bit that you keep getting it wrong about BBJ, and he answered me about it, and I accepted it. I'm not in there to argue with the man. It's just my
Mhm.
opinion. Do you know what I mean? And I
Right.
thought, no, you're wrong there. And I've said it before. I don't like the way he piles on people. I don't like that. You don't need to do that every single live stream. That's what I
Are you
think.
talking about Monty?
No, sorry, I'm talking about
Who?
Yo Mama. Oh
Oh,
no,
okay.
sorry, I
You think
meant
your mama piles onto people?
yeah, he does
Oh,
sometimes.
okay.
Um, oh hi Sherry. Hello, I hope you're well. Yeah, you finally made a live. Normally I'm a bit earlier on a Saturday, but I had family things to do. But it's lovely to see you. You're very welcome. Thank you. I saw Monty interacting with someone on Twitter today. He is mean. He is mean, isn't he?
Ooh.
Yeah. Uh oh, I don't know about them. What's happening?
Oh my goodness.
Have you
A
seen
Jill.
them? What's happening there?
No. What's the Jill's bank update?
I don't know anything about Jill's bangs.
Me either. You know what? There's something about her voice that it's hard for me to listen, so I don't
Yes.
really catch a lot of her stuff.
No, I can't. I can't do it. Right. Sasha. He should have done thin braids. Monty doesn't know hairstyle. Do you know, I don't mind the style.
Mm,
Because there's a lot. I like dreads. I like dreads
yeah.
on men or women. And I like men with long hair. Now, the only thing I would say with him, I don't understand why he chose to. He's obviously got black hair.
Mhm.
Why he chose to have brown put
He wanted to
on.
get a little spicy. He wanted to change it up.
Is
He's
that
not
spicy
allowed to
though?
experiment with his look. What's wrong
It's
with it?
I don't mind. Listen, I'm not going to lie and say that I don't like
Tina
the look because
retracted their comment.
I do like the look.
Mhm.
But I just feel it's too obvious because the dreads or whatever he's calling them
Mhm.
are a lighter color. It's too obvious. So I would have preferred. I would have thought, you do better to sort of just go all black. Have them all black,
Mhm. Right.
Oh, I made a stream about Jill a few months ago. Did I?
Oh, you did mention her. I remember.
I did, didn't I?
I don't remember if it was a whole stream, but it was. Yeah. I haven't seen her. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Capone. I like ombre myself. And when I had my braids in, I had them ombre. But I had them red at the bottom and I loved them. And every so often I
Mhm.
think, oh, I want to have them again. But do you know what? There's so much hassle. They are a lot
What's
of
the
hassle
hassle
to
with them?
maintain.
It's like, yeah, it takes a long time to put them in, but then you're good for like a month or 2.
Yeah, but I want to be good for months, not just for
You
months
know,
or two.
there's a way you can. I think there's people who they wear their hair or they get their hair braided and they let it like they retwist it as if it's locking or something, and they're able to just kind of use those as lock extensions to grow their hair out into locks. Some
I've
people
still
do
got
that.
some hair. I've still got some hair that I got from when I got my braids done, and I
Mhm.
am tempted. Bridge, if you want to come up, darling, you're welcome. I am tempted to try and plait them in myself, but I know I'm going to make an absolute hash of it.
You
But
should do it. Yeah.
yeah, just have a few.
Mhm.
Um, but then sometimes I think if you just have a few, it looks a bit silly, doesn't it? I need Bridge
To
up here to
who?
tell me what's going on. I
Yes,
need
Bridge.
Bridget up here to
The
tell me
perfect
what's
life.
going on.
The
Right,
Berlin
okay,
Wall.
I think we can come out of here
So
now.
I
Shut up. Let me get rid of that now. Because I don't know everything that's going on with Monty and his nastiness. I have actually written down yeah, I do normally get it done professionally, Sasha, but I don't know if I really want to. My hair's quite long at the moment, so
You know what? Honestly, I prefer to do my hair myself. I can't because it's hard, but it's like I don't always want a professional doing it. It's like I like the fun of throwing on some YouTube, videos and trying out new styles on myself.
yeah. Yeah, maybe. So, talking about Monty, obviously, we know for a fact that Monty has a hate boner for so many people, including this young lady who's come up to say hi. Hi, darling.
Hi,
Who
Bridge.
has a hate boner?
Monty, but I didn't think he had a hate boner for you. I haven't
He
ever heard that.
doesn't.
Oh, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
How
Oh,
are you doing, Bridge?
No.
oh, I
I'm good.
apologize.
Yeah,
I
Monty even
apologize.
referred people to one of my videos one time.
Oh my God.
I don't understand why everybody hates Monty so much. It's like,
He's an asshole, dude. No, like on Twitter, he was because he's going after people's rent. He went after like Jessica Messica and that busy little, I think her name is Busy Little B, talking about they
Yeah.
don't pay their rent. And I'm like, what is going on? And that one girl, the roach on Twitter, she was like, he sounds like you sound dumb talking about people's rent. And he just
mm,
started cussing her out. And I'm
oh
just
Oh
like,
my
wow.
what the hell?
God. What do
He
you
was
think?
like, he was like,
See, I'm
you
not on
probably don't
Twitter at
pay your
all.
yeah, he was like, you probably don't pay your rent either, and you're probably a criminal. And I was just like, where is all of this coming from?
You
Oh
know
my
what? Maybe he's a landlord and he's, you know what I mean? People, I would be mad if I had a rental and my my people weren't paying. Jeez.
yeah,
I'd
but I
be
don't.
feeling some kind of way about people paying rent too. I want my money. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
But has he always been mean like this?
I have no idea because I have never watched Monty on a regular basis.
I don't know. I mean, he used to go at like Yomama when he had a whole series with Yomama, right? He was like,
Mhm.
whatever, like if you keep going, I'll keep going.
I know.
And Gigi, I think what it is like it's like after the second video, we don't care anymore. It's just
Right.
you know, I can't
Right.
speak for everybody, but it's like it can only go on so far. But you know, when he is initially, or even when he's following up with people, I don't mind the videos because, for one, if someone is coming out talking against you, I think it's well within your right to address it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it does seem, I mean, it does seem that he is misogynistic. I do have to say that. I know that he
Mhm.
does go for men as well, but generally speaking, I think he goes really hard for women. And also the way that he spoke to me there was no
Oh, I
need
did
for
not like that. Yeah.
yeah, there was no need to speak to me like that. You know, there was no proof of what he was accusing me of doing.
Mhm.
And I did do a video about it afterwards, and I did explain that, you know, I explained it all and that it was all in his head, but nope, he wasn't gonna have it, you know?
Mhm.
He had made
Can
his mind up about
can I
something.
address the chat?
Yeah,
Everyone, I'm not high. I've actually
I
stopped
can tell.
taking.
I can tell the difference in your voice and your
Thank
demeanor,
you.
and you, yes, you
I
sound
am
more
just
lively. Yes.
yeah,
I mean, I might just be a bit of a nutcase. I don't know, but maybe that's coming through. But I'm not high. I have absolutely not been vaping because I'm training for my 5K, so I want to protect my lungs, and I
mhm,
haven't even been using edibles because of another reason. Maybe we can go into it another time, but I haven't even had the inkling to use an edible. So it's been a minute. This is
yeah.
Sasha says,
sober.
"Well, get high." Sasha's telling you to get high.
Oh, dear. I think, you know, I like to I know, Edna quite often goes over to Monty's,
Mhm.
um, so but then I don't wanna quiz her about that. Do you know
Listen,
what I
I'm not a
mean?
Monty stan. I like Monty's approach because I don't feel like he goes in on like Foodie Beauty. Like he's not a when some people are speaking about Foodie Beauty, they're like
Yeah,
it's vile speak. Like they say
Mhm.
she's
yeah,
vile, but she matches, but they match her energy. And I feel like Monty doesn't do that.
mhm,
But also, I will be honest, my brain works better to focus when I have something playing on in the background. So a lot of times I have Girl World playing on because it's always going, and I'm not really listening into it all the time. I'm just a lurker. It's just background noise.
yeah. It does seem that though oh, sorry.
So it is possible that I miss a lot of this. Like I'm not on Twitter, so I can't speak to, his
Mhm.
Twitter post. But for what I see of Monty, I don't have a problem.
See, I don't see Monty on Twitter because I don't follow him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't. I
Um,
don't. This is like the first time that he's popped up in like my feed, and that's because I follow Roach, and Roach had quote tweeted him, and then he just
Oh.
started going at her. I was like, damn.
who's
But you know
Roach? I
what?
don't
When
know who
people go
Roach is.
hard at you, it's but that's the thing, right? When it's like you're yelling with a fool in the street, the people don't know who's the fool.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that's the problem where like listen, I'm not a Monty stan, I'm not trying to like Monty, but I'm just saying, just to be fair, I think, people go low. So when he matches it, it looks bad. I get it.
What's this, Sherry? I'm new, so no Hussy bashing. Hussy, Hussy is yeah, he's my pet hate. I think
Yeah.
he's disgusting. If you think I went hard for DC, I could go much harder for Hussy. Um, and that's one of the reasons I choose not really to talk about him. Uh,
Mhm.
just no, yeah. It's just I just think it's deplorable, despicable, disgusting. Everything beginning with D and more. Hi, Grim Reaper. How are you? I hope you're well. Anyway, so getting back to the Monty situation, which does say that cauldron, it definitely boiling, isn't it? It's about to go over because there's so many people in that mix. There's so many people in the, in the cauldron, if you like.
Mhm.
We've got
I'm not a
Breathing has now gone over to Monty. Were you aware of that?
right.
She?
I've noticed her in chat the last couple of times
What?
I've seen her. Yeah. That's what's interesting. You have tragic, you have people where I'm like, this is the bodega, right?
Mhm.
When PP said that she was part of the bodega or whatever, I didn't know people were actually aligning themselves in that way.
Yeah.
Because I
Well, I think I don't know, there's a lot going on, and I tend to stay, there's some parts that I don't go into because I get banned. So
Mhm.
you can't go in there. So I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay then." Um,
some chats are more welcoming than others, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I'm like Bridget, and I think I'm like you as well, in that I won't join a gang. I'm not
Mhm.
a
Right.
gang person. I've never been a gang person. I'm not going to start now at my age. I've always done my own thing. I support who I want to support. I go where I want to go.
Mhm.
And I think Bridget's the same. And Bridget
Mhm.
gets a lot of flack from people as well. And it's like the best way, I think, is to be a silent watcher.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I do a lot of silent watching. It's not easy because I've got a big mouth, and
Mhm.
sometimes my fingers are itching,
And
right?
wait, that's how I like got into Monty's chat because he was talking about something, and I was just like, "This is wrong. This is wrong. I have to say something."
I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same.
And see, I
Um,
don't really care. I mean, the drama itself is so like gripping to me. I'm just like clutching my pearls half the time. I haven't even formed a thought where I'm just like, are we serious? Like when he was going over Busy Little B and like all the charges and how her partner has a spicy Twitter and different things. I'm like, oh my listen, my real life is boring. So
but I've heard a few people. I mean, I had to sort of listen very quietly because I didn't think that my 11-year-old grandson should really be listening to some of these some
right.
of these streams I was popping into. But there's some things that came up, and I thought, do you really have to do that? Did you have to do that, Monty? Did
Mm.
you really have to bring up the fact that, this woman's husband has got his bits and bobbins out on Twitter, and then to put the
I feel
guy's
he
name down?
Yeah, but I think he's like, "You know what? You guys wanna get in the dirt? Well, let's dig up the dirt."
I
Oh,
think he loves getting in the dirt. That's what I
yep.
think.
Of
Yep.
course, we all love drama. That's we're in the
It,
community, right? So it's not surprising.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Barney quite often comes in here. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Sherry. I don't know why I agree, but I do.
Well, 'cause she is. What do you mean?
But listen, Bridge goes in many a place that I wouldn't go, or I might sort of pop in there that no, I can't stand it, and I come out again. But we're all adults, okay, and we can all
Mhm.
go where we blooming well want to go. And all this gatekeeping, I find it hilarious. I really do, because we're not at school, guys.
Right.
We're all adults,
Well,
and
and
we
it's the
should be allowed
internet.
to go where we want to go.
We can always just log off, or we could just not go into the streams that we don't like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Exactly. So, why do you think Just Breathing's gone in there? Out of desperation?
That's what probably
Do you think
Desperation
so?
for what?
an
Because she loves her
alliance
channel.
people. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and some sort of alliance, because that, it sounds really sad, I know, but I get the feeling that Breezen hasn't got any real life friends.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I think, I think that's sad for anybody. But then wouldn't you try and be nice to people if you didn't have
Well,
um
that might be why, because sometimes I think people get in a mindset of like they hate people, but they want to be with people, but they kind of lose the tolerance for being around people, if that makes sense.
I just want to say hi to Snarf. Hello, welcome to Jan's Views. We just chat over here. We're a nice little community. All the haters are banned. That's why they don't come in.
That's
And
why
it's
there's
not
no
about
hate.
and it's not about being scared of anyone. I ain't scared of no one. Trust me. But yeah, you're very welcome. And we've got Zena. Zena's in the house. Hi, sweetness. How are you? Have you been to France yet? I know Zena was off to take the kids to Disneyland, weren't you? Um, well, I've lost that there. Right, so this Monty business, what is the situation with him at the moment? Do you think there's something going on in his real life that is making him so hateful online? Because I'm beginning to think so.
Hmm.
Most of these people don't. If you hang out in his chat, that's a high probability your friend.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
I mean, let's be honest. We all lead very different lives, okay? Some of
Mhm.
us lead busy lives. And there are people that do spend way too much time online and
Mhm.
maybe get involved in too much crap online. Um, Now, shall we bring up Jessica Messica? Um, in that, what do we think about her supposedly privating her streams or, her videos because Monty is coming for her so heavily? What do you think about that? Or do you think, because I think at first people were assuming that Monty had taken her down, but
Oh.
it does seem that there's a probability that she actually took down her videos herself and privated them.
Yeah, she did, because I know she did a community post I saw the other day, and she said something. I'm trying to look for it now, but she was saying something about how she just needs to get things in order or something like that, and they were like back up that same day she put them back up.
Oh, they're back up, are they?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice,
Okay.
but I would assume that maybe it just has something to do with the TOS because with Breezy being demonetized, I think a lot of people kind of reconsidered, their content.
Yeah, I think that did scare a few people, but what people don't realize is, you know, especially in this
I'm sorry.
in this part of the internet, there's so many conspiracies going round. What are
Mm-hmm.
you laughing at? Which bit are you laughing at?
I don't mean to be that childish, but the moist crevice, the word moist is enough right there, but crevice
Well, that's
took me out.
right. Okay. Who can answer this one? How did the Jessica Monty beef even start?
I think Capone, or sorry, I keep calling you Capone, Capone Boxer, has the answer.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, hang on. Clicked on. That's it. He originally hated her because upon the first time they spoke, Jessica did not disclose exactly which nude body parts she had sent to Nada. Really?
Yeah,
It's none of
he
his
felt like she was
business.
lying on his panel, on his channel, and he didn't appreciate the misrepresentation of, I guess, her relationship with Natter.
But
Hmm.
then, right. So, what business is it? Or what business was it of Monty's, though? It's not his business, is it?
I mean, I think it's stepping too far, honestly, because when it comes to like, I understand, not wanting somebody just coming up lying on your channel, 100%, but it's I mean, do I care? No, I wouldn't. Like, if it was me, I would not care that she was sending X, Y, and Z to Natter. That's between her and Natter.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how it's got anything to do with Monty, especially when it's not concerning him. If it was
Well,
concerning him,
no, I
then
understand how it concerns him because she was on his panel and she was trying to use his channel and panel in whatever she was doing.
okay, so
So I get
propose.
why he's upset. I just probably wouldn't be that upset.
That's the thing. I think, Monty does take things way over the top, doesn't he? That was the catalyst, says Capone. I remember writing in his comment section after that saying that as a woman, I wouldn't have disclosed that either. Neither would I. Oh,
Mm,
that's none of your blooming business what bits I've sent to somebody.
right? And if I was just, I wouldn't tell y'all nothing. I'll let you figure it out and speculate.
It's ridiculous. I think that's one thing with Monty, and I think that's why he leaves himself open to be ridiculed, is that he does get too heavily into it. And, we, as you said, we all like a bit of drama, and we can give as good as we get. And
Mhm.
I certainly can, and I know Bridge can. But there comes
Be
a
nice to
point
me, please.
where we just like to laugh. At the end of the day, we want to laugh, but I can't see that with Monty at all. He's just so serious.
Yeah, with some of the streams they do, it's a heavier energy to it. I will
Yeah.
like, and and it's not light, it's not funny, and I can't say that. I don't know if you can speak about any topic lightly, but I feel like we could try. And sometimes it's like full force, like
Yeah.
and it's not that serious.
I
But
think
I
with
get it.
him, it's all or nothing, and
Hmm.
I think that's you can't be like that really, especially when you're accusing people like he accused me and Zena of being a tag team, and putting that there, Zena, does not help.
The
Oh
secret's
my
out.
god! I just played a bit of that, Zena, because that was insane, wasn't it? That he was so serious about it to the point that he thought he could talk to me like I was a piece of shite. And I just thought, how dare you? How dare you, you little man in Canada? Anyway, we've reached break time. So we're just gonna have a quick break and then we're gonna come back and carry on with the drama because there's so much going on. If there's anything else you want to talk about, guys, talk about it now. Okay, will be 40 seconds. Okay. Yeah, we're back in the room. I just had to wet my lettuce. Jan going for a pee break.
Wet your lettuce? What does that mean?
Never mind. I do. I think Bridget knows.
I don't.
Damn,
Oh,
we're lost. Please
okay, never mind.
explain.
It's just a colloquialism there. Right. Okay. Does anyone know what's happened to Timber? Has she started up somewhere else, or
I think
where's she gone?
Monty's been following her. He mentioned that she was iRoll Express, who I didn't really get into their stuff, but I
What do you
I
mean
guess
eye roll express?
that
What?
was the name of her channel.
Let's have a look, shall we? We're on drama. We can cause dramas over here.
I
Let's have a
think
look.
it's
Eye
been
roll
changed now, though. I think it's something new. I'm not sure though.
Express channel. Eye roll. And what's she doing on there? Okay, let me see.
And I
Let me
think
see.
he mentioned that she has an Cena said
Come
she's
on,
out
it's
for her
drama,
birthday.
drama. We're into the drama. Right, I'm on here and I can't see it. Hang on a second.
Right.
Right, we're there. Right,
She's doing
where?
AI and different things.
Oh, is
What?
she?
Mhm.
Would it be?
She has some really nice AI videos, like short stories.
Is it this one? Ice cream roll express or
No,
eye
eye
roll?
roll. Mhm. Like the body part eye.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Oh,
Right, hang
okay.
on. Keep up, Edna. Right,
Sorry,
okay.
it's so tiny on my screen.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Eye roll express. I mean, the thing is, she was talented. I do have to say.
Right.
Right, hang on a
Yeah, I
minute.
think
Is
that's the
Miss
name of it, but I
Moo
think she's
back?
already changed it to something else.
Oh, this is Bea. I've never seen Bea before. Is Missy Moo back? Eye roll express conspiracy. Shall we watch a bit of that?
Sure.
And if you're watching this and you're like, what the fuck? I thought I was following you already. Yes, you were. But you know what? I had to delete my previous channel because I was using my job's Gmail,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Gmail email. So that was a rookie mistake from my part. So I had to delete it. And now we're back. I mean, I only had like 29 followers in my previous
What is she
channel, but
doing
now we're
now
back
then?
to square one. I have 2 followers, which is fine. I
Right,
don't
let's
mind.
move
I
on.
just,
I want to
you know,
find
I'm
out.
doing this. Learn. She's always gonna be in some sort of trouble. But anyway, this is not why we're here today.
Why we're
Okay,
here.
so we're going to
I like Bea.
check this iRoll Express account.
Oh,
I think it's Missy Moo, and if it's actually Missy Moo, she's some twisted girl. Like she's a twisted woman because she's
oh wow! Now this is drama. This is drama. Wow.
Now listen,
Hello.
Monty said that this was timber. I don't know, but I take him at his word.
This is interesting. I like this. Right, okay.
coming to this channel pretending that she's this, black girl. And I was watching on Jessica Messica's channel, live stream, and I saw a little bit and it sounded just like Missy Moo. I'm gonna leave
Oh.
the YouTube channel so you can go ahead and watch and see for yourself. And don't tell me that this bitch already has 100 followers. Like,
Oh.
if I need to gain some followers, I'm Missy Moo's bastard child. Okay.
Oh,
Just kidding.
okay.
But yeah, check out this YouTube channel that I'm going to insert right now.
Oh,
Ah,
wow.
So yeah,
Okay,
I'm going
sorry.
to
I didn't
react
yeah.
to Missy Moo's latest.
okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, allegedly she's Missy Moo. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble for saying the wrong terms. So yeah, we're gonna be watching allegedly Missy Moo's iRoll Express.
Right. One thing I will say is I wonder if Bea knows about timber. Right, let's see what's in the chat.
Because
Right,
this video
so
is pretty
Sasha,
old, right?
sorry?
I said this video of Bia's is kind of old, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from a month ago.
A month ago. Yeah, but look who's in the chat. Okay. That girl there, she's a bit mouthy. I don't recognize any of the others. So let's see if we can make up our minds.
I saw iRoll Express account going into Barney's live stream last night, and she was saying that she wasn't Missy Moo, but she would also say things that Missy Moo would say. So I don't know. Like Missy Moo got me here like side eyeing everybody. Like seriously, are you Missy Moo? Missy Moo, are you watching this video?
No, I'm
And
Jan.
also, iRoll Express, if you're not Missy Moo, can you just at least show you, like, not your face, but at least your hands? Like, oh, you know, this is not Missy Moo or whatever. Like,
I just have to say, how has Monty got it so wrong then? How is he saying that this channel is I found it. Okay, hang on a second. I don't know if I can click on the link. All right. So who's that? Who's that, Sasha? That link? I'll watch this first and then I'll click on the other link because I think it's quite interesting. I like B. I will credit this to her.
whatever. Okay, let's watch. Okay, I'm sorry. These are, yeah, I don't have YouTube Premium.
All right.
Express. Oh, what a delight, sarcasm galore from morning till night. Rolling my eyes, can't you guess? A journey of snarkiness, no need to impress. Side note, no Christians were harmed in the creating of this video.
Bitch, that sounds like Missy Moo. Don't tell me that this, even the fucking lisp.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That sounded like Missy Mo. One
Yeah,
in
it did.
the chat, if you believe that was Missy Mo. It did sound like her, didn't it? Let's see if I can get onto that. I don't know if I can do it on here, Sasha.
But there's nothing on there. I clicked on it and there's nothing on the channel.
Oh, there's nothing on the channel. Oh, right. So
Probably because Monty called her out.
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. And Edna mentioned that Timber did AI. Yeah, she was quite good on the computer, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things that was so disappointing.
So why? Okay, I know I'm probably going to get sort of everyone saying, "Oh, for goodness sake, Jan, you're so stupid." But why did Monty go so hard for Timber? I mean, I can understand being upset about something and, you know, maybe putting out one video about it. But why did he really? Why is he trying to sort of
She
destroy
blamed because
everything?
she blamed the two birthdays on Monty. She said that was his idea. She said that Monty told her to buy subs. And she also said it was something else. I can't remember now, but there was several things that she blamed Monty for. So like
Yeah,
Monty was
okay.
upset about it. He was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Barley. How are you? Haven't
Hi,
seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Yeah, it just seems that I don't know. I think sometimes Monty just goes too
Well,
far.
plus he gave her money to help with her rent. He
Oh
bought her
yeah,
a mic. He said like she was going like at one point they were going to be on what's the show? 90 Day Fiance, and talking about that together, kind of being co-host. So he was planning on working with her, right? And
yeah,
she wasn't really interested apparently. So, but I don't think that was really communicated to Monty.
yeah, yeah. I think Monty's one of these people. I mean, I don't like to call people names unless they're, I'm 100% certain. But I do feel that Monty definitely has misogynistic traits. And I think he's also, I just think, I don't know, he seems to set very high standards for other people that he doesn't necessarily keep for himself, you know, or sort of represent himself. And by that I mean he's coming really hard for people like this new girl. I've never heard of her before, Busy Little Bee. And yeah, I mean he's got a point in that you know, she doesn't sound very desirable at all, and neither does her husband. But I mean, to sort of be so determined to get every ounce out of them, to me.
Could it be all? I was gonna say, could it be also because I know Busy Little B, excuse me, goes after Just Reason.
Oh, right.
See, I don't follow Busy Little Bee, but yeah, I get the impression that these are people that kind of overstep in their own like activity online, and Monty's taking it upon himself to say like, "Hey, if you think that
Mhm.
this is okay to do, then let's see how you like it when it's done to you."
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I can understand that. And, you know, there's some things that, you know, I can get really, you know, knocked about, like, you know, lack of respect for people, like I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't be so forceful with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The way he is, he just comes across as being really, really hateful.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that there's any need for that. I've always found the best way to get back at somebody who's been really mean to me is
Hmm.
a video taking the piss out of them. I do.
I think he does that too, doesn't he? He posts videos.
Yeah, but no, not in the same way, Edna. He's
Okay.
not there to sort of, well, I've never really seen anything amusing from him
Right.
at
You,
all.
you know what? I mean, different strokes for different folks, right? But I find them funny. And chat is hilarious.
I don't think I've ever seen Monty laugh.
No,
He definitely laughs.
Does
I've
he?
never seen him
Yeah,
laugh.
you know what? Maybe because I'm in there a lot more that
Hmm.
I do see those sides to him. So yeah,
I've
for
never
sure.
seen him
He
laugh.
gets silly. It's like this whole thing with teabagging and Yo Mama, right? Yeah, that's hilarious. Do I really think that Monty is planning on fighting Yo Mama and he's gonna shave and all it? No, he's just being silly. And I think that's the kind of guy Monty is. Like he can definitely have fun on stream.
But wait a minute, teabagging.
It's
Mhm,
Did,
Listen, some
mhm.
of the stuff we talk about in chat is hilarious. Like, I won't even get into all of it. But it's just kind of funny, silly, lighthearted, whatever. Like, especially when Foodie's going on about who cares? Chat saves the stream.
Busy Bee is a Hannibal stan. Oh, I wonder how he will go about it. Oh, now he knows she also has a violent
oh.
background. Would he look away because she's his stan? Oh,
Mm.
that's a good
Mm.
point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point. And
What
I
is
think that's,
Hannibal gonna do?
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't think he'd care too much about what type of person she is because I think Hannibal is just a hater anyway. And I don't think that necessarily his morals are that high. But let's see if I can, I'd like to play this because I did watch this earlier and let's just see just how hateful he comes across in here. Okay, let's see
Let me
this.
do that, and we're gonna spot check right now. How much do you think this man weighs? No, seriously, how much do you think this man weighs? Cause yeah, I'll oblige him to a boxing match. Okay.
Right, one thing we have to also notice is that he's got tragic in there. For God's sake. And I mean, I remember when I started talking out about Monty and saying one of the reasons I'm not keen on him is because I feel he's affiliated to the Attic. And I think at the time, Tragic was in the Attic as well.
Hmm.
So my thoughts on him were true. You know, he is affiliated with the Attic. All right, he's sort of nipped next door to the bodega, but you know, he's still there. Now, this particular thing here, this is how Monty works, right? He knows nothing. He knows nothing about these men, right? So he's going to come up with a theory, okay? Because Yomama has stated that he prefers men that face him, you know, rather than you know, men who just tell a whole pack of lies. He'd rather, you know, face them face to face and fight it out if need be. And I understand that, you know, because I'm like that. I'd rather speak to somebody face to face. I'm not scared of anybody. And I mean, if I was to see somebody like Monty or Hannibal in the street, I would tell them exactly what I think of them. I would, because I'm a genuine person. Now, I think there's a lot of people that hide behind their microphone, like Negs, you know, that would never do that, and they can't understand how people would do that. So they're the sort of people that say, "Oh yeah, well, she wouldn't say it if she met me in the street." Yeah, I would.
Right.
You know. So Monty here has decided that, and you know, on Tragic's word, that that Yomama is over £300. It's just laughable, isn't
Just
it?
looking at him sitting down, he doesn't look 300 pounds.
Right.
It's not. It's just so ridiculous. So anyway, let's see what he has to say here.
Everybody here seems to be pretty much the same height. So that tells me that he's not over 6 foot.
Okay.
Oh, right. So you can't have a group of 7 men that are over 6 foot, yeah? In Monty's world. That doesn't happen, right?
Right,
Okay.
but that's what makes it so funny, because it's like, what are we talking about?
Right.
So you would find this funny, would you?
That Tragic is talking about Yomama being 300 pounds? Clearly, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I also think, let me just address what Sasha said here. I think he will turn a blind eye. Hannibal is friends with the racist Inferno guy. Yes. Who did the deep dive on Yomama going to the Lakers game? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's no excusing that. I'm sorry. No.
But the Laker game was green screen, right?
Oh
Just
dear,
kidding.
you're funny. Right, so he's decided that there's no way you can have a whole group of men who are 6'2". I mean, we all know Yomama's not 6 foot tall, but even so, it's not like, you know, it's not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? So
Well, I
what?
think Monty was going into like the weight class with boxing, where, to be fair, you know, that because I think Monty's like, well, I don't know Monty's stats, but he said he's like 6 foot or something, I think.
Monty
200
6 foot?
I want to say he said Monty appears to be on the taller side, because he's like at the top of the door frame. And he, you know, he's like a solidly built man. So I think he's thinking, I got a lot of weight on him. That's the unfair advantage.
You know what?
I think he's looking out for your mom. He's not trying to give him no. He's Monty would probably say, your mama's easy work.
Look, Monty does not look like the type of person that can fight to me.
No.
I'm just saying.
You never know though, because it'd be the
That's
people that are
true.
quiet or whatever that surprise you.
True.
I remember one time I surprised myself. I was so mad that I ended up punching this boy. This is when I was a child. You know, that's beside the point. Anyway, you never know.
So Monty has said that he's 6 foot, 220 pounds. Okay. But the point I'm trying to make is, so what? Nobody cares. But I think the thing with Monty that gets me is that he's so damn serious. It's like, you know, take a break, have a laugh, you know. And if he did, I mean, everyone moans at Yomama because he laughs too much, and sometimes he does. But at least you know, he's laughing. He's not taking it too seriously. But someone like Monty, it's like, yeah, I mean, I just want to call him a pathetic little man. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. It's just pathetic. Nobody cares, Monty.
The average man's height is, Google that. Average man's height.
Really?
1.7. Isn't that like 5'8" or
Oh
something?
my God. Do you see what I mean? There's just there's no life in him. Who cares what the average man's height is? Hi, April. Welcome, darling. Nice to see you. Is Yomama live yet? Is he going live tonight, I wonder? This is, yeah, exactly. This is where Monty is lame. And I think the thing is, bless her, Edna sees humor in what Monty does. I don't. I just don't see anything. Yeah. I wouldn't take 2 seconds of my precious love. Exactly. I just can't. And I mean, I like to go in there. I'm gonna have to soon, guys. I'm gonna have to go in and that's if he hasn't blocked me. I'm gonna have to go in and troll him because he's just so bloody annoying. So I'm gonna skip that bit because nobody's interested.
I ain't shedding 60 pounds. You know what work that is?
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna still be at the weight I am right now. And if he wants a boxing match, he can get a boxing match.
Oh, for God's sake.
Off me. Watch your back, your mama. Don't drop the soap.
Right.
Oh man, that's just
He's a power bottom. That's why Cliffy the Pride has been trying to.
Right, so I can't play much more of this because now I remember. Now I remember what he was talking about. He was talking about men's genitalia. I don't watch YouTube to learn about men's genitalia or to hear
don't?
jokes about it. No, I don't. Am I wrong? Am I wrong not to do that?
I mean, you learn something new every day.
And there's something about him that I feel, and I'm going to say it, there's something about Monty that I feel is suspect in as much as that seems to be the only time in which he put, you get like a little giggle in it. Oh, what? What, Monty? You think that's amusing? Talking about a man's dick. I don't think it's amusing.
It might be immature, but I don't know. I think it's still amusing.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that. Okay. We'll take that, won't we, Bridge? But you say it might be that he's just immature. How can he be immature like that and then be so hateful to other people?
I don't think it's hatefulness. I think he's just it's you know what the way Val and PG have kind of been used in this community is really sad. Because I think these are I don't know. I don't know. Like I watch their stuff, but I just think with some people it's so clear where they are mentally that it's it's too much to like go hard with them, right? And it's like we saw the way that people were trolling Val, where they actually, I think, or I heard at least, I can't say that they actually because I didn't see it myself, but I heard that somebody trolled her to get her to go to a what was it? A tattoo shop or something. Like that's going too far to get somebody to get somebody to go to another location. Granted, she's an adult. She shouldn't just be randomly doing stuff like that. But if you have somebody in the state to fall into that kind of nonsense, you shouldn't play into it.
Right, we need to address this. After he asked those young girls for pics of their shaved pubic area, I find him gross and a chomo.
What?
Can you expand on that? Because that sounds bloody awful. Is that a
Uh,
fact, though?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Now I know there was something about um like the roommate of a woman that he was talking about where it was like I guess it seemed to be some inappropriate exchanges, but she was of age. So or seem no, I think there was a troll that was trying to that was pretending. That's the other thing. So many people troll that do you know if it was really him or not?
What?
like I
Oh,
don't know about any of this stuff.
Because I want to say that when it comes to these allegations, that he said that that was a troll, that that wasn't actually him.
right.
That's not,
So,
yeah.
okay. So, if we were to act the same way as Monty does, okay, to other
Mm-hmm.
people that have crossed him, we would be going down that rabbit hole,
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
Because that is a serious thing to do. And if people
Mhm.
are telling us that, which is all that that's all that Monty gets. He just
Yep.
gets told things and he goes off of that, or he makes up his own false narratives. So if we were to act like that, to him, he'd be off YouTube. Um, because I think that's despicable. Hang on, I'm trying to get this here now. Right, Monty told two teens how to. What? It
Mm.
was proven.
Wow.
Mm.
Who and where was that
Yeah.
proven?
See,
Because
oh, I'm
because
sorry. It's just that's the thing where when it comes to allegations like this, you have screenshots. You have I don't know. There's different things where this is where I don't even want to get to this level, but if it comes up, it's like you don't want to support somebody who acts
no.
that way, right? But at the same time, this community is known for lying and being extra.
Mm.
Right. Hi, Amber Chick. She says exactly, Amber. April Love. He absolutely did it. You all can't defend him all you
Mm.
want, but I remember that too. Funny. Guess that's funny too, though.
No, Amber,
That
that's
is
not funny. And
not
let me
funny.
be clear, I'm not trying to like be the Amber. Monty, I'm like, what are we talking about? The Monty stand. But I'm just saying, like, I don't watch him on that level where like I'm supporting him, DM. It's not that serious. But at the same time, if that's the fact, like that's what's going on, then that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I have to be careful in sort of believing everything I read. But this is Drama Friday, and I welcome drama. But there's just something going back to how this first came up.
Mhm.
Um, when you said, it's quite funny the things he says. See, I don't find anything funny about that, and I think, just us talking about it in our little corner here has unearthed some, quite serious allegations against him.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. The girl went live and talked about it. Oh my God, that's awful. So that's, I guess, is that where, certain people have said that? I mean, I have seen people say things about Monty in the past, but I've never really looked that deeply into it because I don't genuinely like him as a person anyway. And I think he doesn't know how to treat people. He doesn't know how to treat people that he has on his panel. I think I went on his panel. Did I go on his panel? And I got kicked off. Well,
Yeah, I think you
don't
were
do
on
that
his panel.
once. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's no way to treat somebody if, if I had gone on there and I was acting like Hussy, then I would understand it. But to sort of, I never act like that. Do you know what I mean? I
Mhm.
will go on and I am very blunt and I will say, and I will stand by what I say. Now, if he doesn't feel that he wants that, all well and good, don't put me on then. Do you know what I mean? But
Right.
I like to believe, well, no, I do know I would never have anybody on my panel that I was going to disrespect. And
Right.
I think there's too many people that allow that to happen. Um,
I do want to say this. When we have people who have undesirable behavior in the society, in the community, right?
mhm.
But it's not like a consistent thing. Maybe they've learned, they've changed, whatever. Is there room for redemption, for second chances?
Well,
Because it's like, I don't
my answer to that. We've had this
see.
discussion
I
before.
think it's tough, and honestly, like in the real world, like this is internet play, whatever. But it's real. But at the same time, if I was dealing with somebody in real life that had allegations, I wouldn't play around with it. Like I wouldn't want anything to do with them. I get that.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like if we don't like accept them, offer them grace or whatever, how are they supposed to ever improve and be better people?
Because I think it's a personal decision, and I think we're all very different people. We've all got very different brains, and personally, I will not. I'm not very good at forgiving,
Mhm.
and or forgetting, and that's not just online. That's also in my private life.
Mhm.
I demand a certain amount of respect, and if I don't get it, then I'll step away. And I'm the same online. Um, I mean, I can have people on here that, or I can talk to people in chat that I'm not overly keen on in other people's chats, because when I'm in other people's chats, I respect them. It's like if I'm in Bridget's chats, there's people that come in there that I would never speak to.
Hmm.
But I respect Bridget enough that I'm not going to be arguing with somebody about my business or the
Hmm.
business between us because it's disrespectful to Bridget.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And I know that there are some people that would try and push that, um, in that, uh, they may sort of say things about me or whatever. But even then, because I'm a mod in Bridget's chat, I would leave that up to her to deal with because
Right.
that's because I've got respect for her. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think being a mod kind of raises you to a higher standard as well because you are like an extension of the host, right? Of the channel owner. So, well, maybe not right, but I kind of feel that way. So you are there to kind of be a greeter, to be, to do X, Y, and Z, to help facilitate the chat. Like that would not be the time or place to, kind of address your personal concerns.
Yeah, and I might actually write that. I might sort of put that in there. Look, I'm here for Bridget,
Hmm.
and that's it. You know, um, But it's quite hard, it's quite hard sometimes, and I know. I mean, you see it in other people's chats sometimes. I'm thinking of, well, there's quite a few people like in Gigi's chat or even Yomama, where people come in and they've got a gripe with the mod, and the mod will have a big argument about with them, and I'm like, no, I don't think. I think that shows shows a lack of respect. I'm
Right.
quite, and it's probably because I'm an oldie. I just expect respect where it should be.
Well, and I think some people also don't take moddiness seriously. Like, what's her name? Megan, where she she mods everybody. Like the whole chat is a mod. So it's like sometimes people just, they literally don't take it that seriously. So they might come in and say whatever, and they're not thinking that it's so disrespectful or X, Y, and Z against the host because they're not taking the live and what the content is, and they're talking about seriously.
Yeah, this Blinky, she comes from
I,
Hussy, doesn't she?
yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't know what's up with Blinky. Like Blinky, Blinky always speaks to me, but I see how Blinky speaks to you, Jen.
Well, I've got her on block now because I just can't be asked. Um, at the end of the day, people can like who they want to like, but If they come for me all the time, I just block them and then I don't see it.
Yeah.
I think Sasha sees it. But yeah, it really doesn't. It's just pointless, you know. Yeah, I think some of them do fear me because they know that I will speak the truth. I don't have to raise my voice, you know. I'll just speak the truth, and also I'm probably old enough to be their mother, you know. And yeah, and if they can't handle it, then fine.
Do
But
you think that colors the way you speak to people? Like you kind of not mother them, but you kind of come from that like older generation where you should do better, be better.
yeah, I think
Mhm.
so. And like, you know, doing a full circle, um, of this live where, I was talking about the disrespect that DC showed. Um, and I think that sort of comes from so many different areas of my life that I've been involved with, like in education and public speaking and things like that. You know, you've got to have a certain presentation. You've got to present yourself a
I
bit
get the
better.
I get the impression that DC has done what she set out to do. That she feels like she doesn't have to answer to anyone. She's gonna do what she does and what she feels makes her happy. And whoever has a problem with it, be damned.
But just to go out like that, like the way that she was dressed, that's how I would dress if I was sick at home. I would
Yeah.
not step foot
Yeah.
out of my house like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not even to go to the store, I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't.
Listen, people of Walmart is a thing, right? DC is not the only one. Yes.
Honestly, I've got my bins out of the front of my house. I wouldn't even walk to the bins dressed like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't. And, it's not about feeling that you're above everybody or anything like that. It's just having a certain amount of decorum, a
Right.
bit of self-respect.
For polite
Honestly,
society. I get
I
it's just funny because Popey was saying something like this, like, "Oh, a menace to polite society," where I think sometimes, like, it doesn't take a suit or whatever to voice your concerns at a school board meeting. Is it does it help get your point across? Does it set the tone? Does it X, Y, and Z? Of course. I'm not disagreeing with you. But if there's an issue with the child's needs should be heard, and we shouldn't punish the child in improving the school by judging their representative.
Edna, did your mom ever drop you off at school with rollers and a house coat on?
Hell no. I would have been so embarrassed.
Oh
Like,
my God.
no, my mom wasn't like that. Like my friend, but that's the thing. This is post pandemic. We are going through it. We went through it. Sh- She
Look what
hasn't
Sasha
rebounded.
said. Look what Sasha said. My mum did to punish me.
Oh, they'll make you act right real
Oh
quick.
my
Right.
God. I
Cause
tell you,
nobody wants to look like they come from an unkept home or in X, Y, and Z. I
exactly.
get it. It's not a good representation.
Exactly. Um, exactly too, Grim Reaper. Why isn't Negs representing his kid?
That's weird.
Yeah. And I think, everyone, has their own thoughts on it, but it seems fairly obvious to me that he's incapable of talking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe that.
And honestly, wouldn't it be? I mean, not that it would be better, but maybe she was the better out of the two of them. Because who knows how he would have showed up? Maybe they did an analysis of the situation and who should do what, and that's the best they came up with.
I mean,
It's
they could have
just,
went together though, too.
can you imagine if they both walked in
Oh
together?
God.
Oh my God.
Bridget, what are you asking for? You're asking for a full-fledged viral. This gonna escape girl world and drama world. We're gonna be seeing these people on the news.
Mm.
Look at what's his name, Willie Mays, the guy who's always acting a fool in the meeting. It's like at any given time you can log into that meeting and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I noticed that, Sasha. DC called him her son, though. I know.
Hmm.
Do you know, they're just, I don't know. I've said it time and time again. Oh, you think he's agoraphobic?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, if someone never leaves their home, I think it's pretty clear, right?
Yeah.
But he does leave his home.
What does he do?
He's been to the shop, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And he drives around.
Oh, okay.
And he's been known, I mean, years ago, he's been known to go out and about. I honestly believe it was something that I said a while ago, that I feel that Neg has a social, he has a problem
Yeah.
speaking to other people. And yes, he's antisocial.
Hmm.
And I think that's why he can't do it.
Well, we can't just kick these people out of society, right? We can't, it's like, what do? You have to work with them, or at least try.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Capone said we can kick Negs out. He's not a person.
Right. Okay. I need to go. Poof, be gone. Some of you people are so funny. Anyway, guys, I thank you, girlies, for joining me. I need to go. My nose is running. I've got a tickle.
No, we hope you feel better, Jan.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Thanks
for
coming
giving
up,
us Drama Friday, regardless of being busy and everything. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss it. Have a fabulous weekend, one and all. Take care of yourselves out there, because it's a rotten old world. And I'll see you on Wednesday, if not before. So, bye-bye for now.